Hi guys, this is Smitty. I just recently purchased this cat's claw sharpener from Cook's Sawmills, and thing works great. Really had no major issues with it, other than nobody has really come up with a guaranteed way to shut these things off when they've been running. So I, being the electrician that I am, I just started tinkering around with it and come up with this little idea. I decided to put, as you can see here, a little micro switch on it. Got it set up to where you got a magnet, this old fridge magnet. Anyways, you just place it on the blade, comes around, and when she scrolls around here, hits the micro switch, and it kills it. Now, keep in mind, all this does is cut off the DC motor. It does not turn off the grinder. The grinder will still run no matter. So all that's going to do is stop this thing from going. Back last week, I was sharpening a blade. Anyways, I thought I had timed it perfect around it. Comes to find out I missed my mark. And when I came back, I had actually over sharpened it by about, I don't know, almost a half a round. So that's when I came up with this idea. And I don't know, maybe it'll work for you guys. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. The only thing I know Cook's does offer is they offer a timer that times it going around. And I'm just not too crazy about that. I'd rather have something that shuts it off. But anyways, what I did was I ordered off, and I got this limit switch. I don't know if you can see numbers. Anyways, I'll show you where I got it from. I ordered from this catalog called Surplus Center. You guys can see the web address right there. But anyways, inside you can go online and find them. They sell micro switches, gear motors, electric motors, DC, whatever you want. But they've got these micro switches, of course, for $30, and it's like $8 shipping if you have them sent through regular snail mail. It's like $12 through UPS. Now, you can order them cheaper off eBay. I found them on eBay out of Shenzhen, China for like $6, but you're going to have to pay an import tax fee. So honestly, I would rather just buy them local and be done with it. But anyways, like I say, I bought this one right here, which is the one that's called adjustable rod lever, 203 grams. It's RCM 402, and of course there's the part number if you need it. But anyways, it's got the adjustable rod on it, and when you buy these things, of course that rod is straight, it's not bent. Once I got everything mounted, I bent the rod up and over and got it as close to the blade as I could actually get it without it physically making contact. You can kind of see it there. I mean, it's real close to the blade, but you want to have it close, because if you don't, the magnet is going to try to go underneath the blade, and it's going to, or the rod, and it's going to push it out. So you want it close so it touches. Anyways, all you're going to need in order to make this work is you're going to need 2 pieces of wire, about a foot long roughly. Now you can use 18 gauge wire like this, or I've got, now this is just for demonstration, I've got this 16 gauge wire. 18 or 16, either one will work. The main thing to keep in mind is your terminals. You're going to have one male terminal spade, which is what this is, and it's got the little plastic guard around it to keep it from shorting out. Then you're going to need one female terminal spade, like this. Well, excuse me, this female type. And the reason for that is, coming back over to the machine, underneath the machine, in the main wiring harness, is your plug-ins. Okay, I'm going to pause this just for a second so I can unplug these and show y'all where they came from. Okay, we're back. Inside, if you pull this harness apart, on the inside you've got 2 wires. You've got one positive, which is right here with the red wire, and one negative. Now these wires run up there to the DC motor, and then of course they'll run all the way back around and they go to the controller right here. And what you want to do is you can choose either one you want. You can choose the positive or the negative. Me, of course, since it's DC, I always choose the positive. So you unplug this, and I'm going to pause just for a second again. Okay. Now, what you'll want to do is your wires that you're going to run from your limit switch will come down and around, and your terminals on the end of them, you'll want to plug one into the red wire, and then you want to plug the other one into the, well, I guess it'd be the black wire going down. Now, the other one that's in the back, you don't even need to touch it. Just take it and tuck it back into the harness, and, you know, just don't even mess with it. Okay, now once you get that done, then you can go ahead and you can tape all this up and, you know, make it look nice and pretty, because you're done with that. Now next, all you have to do is run your wires around here and just prep them and get them ready. All right, now when you go to mount your limit switch, the main thing to remember is when you first get this and you take it out of the package, that rod, of course, is going to be straight. You need to turn, there's an Allen screw right here on the side you can take loose, and you can turn this, rotate it up to a 90 degree where you're coming across at 90 and then coming straight up. Okay, once you get that tightened down at a perfect 90, then just kind of step back, put the control, or put the limit switch up against it, and you want this rod to come straight up in line with the tooth. Okay, now you can choose this tooth or you can choose this one. Do not choose this one, because if you choose this one, you see that limit switch is already close enough to that roller. You don't want to actually hit it. If you choose this one, then it's going to hit that roller right down here at the bottom. So I just chose this one just, you know, because I wanted to. But anyways, once you get that perfectly lined up with that, hold it in place, get you a drill bit. I usually choose opposing sides, like this side and this side. And get you a drill bit that will just go through that hole and clear it. And then hold it up there, take your drill bit, and just kind of stick it in there, turn it on, and just touch it both sides. Once you get your marks made, drop your limit switch out of the way, drill your holes all the way straight through. Once you get your holes drilled, take the screws that come with the kit. You should have one long and one short one. Go ahead and put your long one in here, short one in here, take them out the back, put your nuts on the back side of them, and then that'll be mounted. You want to make sure, though, I should have brought it up a second ago, that this is flush level with the bottom of the machine. That way you know it's, you know, at a perfect 90. Anyways, once you get that bolted down, this should be straight in line with the tooth, which I know you're probably looking at me right now going, well, yours is not in line with the tooth. It's offset to one side. I did this for a reason, is because I run two different types of blades. These blades are the Cook's super sharp 8-degree blades, and then I've also got some Norwood saber tooth blades. And because of that, I have to move this rod this way and that way just a little bit to adjust for the difference. See, these are 8-degree pitch, and the saber tooths are 10-degree pitch, so I have to kind of tweak that rod just a little bit. I have to loosen this black screw and just kind of turn it just a little bit to make that, you know, line up with the other ones. So that's why I did this way. Now, if you're only going to be sharpening one blade, one type of blade, then stick with what I'm doing right now. But once you get that done, then it's pretty much simple. I mean, you just take this cover off. You got 4 terminals right here, and then you got 2 more right here. Hold on just a second, and I'll take it off so you can see it. Okay, guys, I got that cover off now. You can kind of see a little bit better. Anyways, you got your 2 terminals that run in there, and these 2 on the top right here are normally open, which means in order to close the circuit or to make connection, you have to actually move this. You don't want that. You want the ones that are normally closed, which are these 2. And reason for that being is you think kind of like a light switch. You want that light switch to be on all the time, so this right here will run the motor, and the only time you want the light switch to be turned off is when that clicks. See, when that clicks over, that kills your light switch and basically turns off your electric motor. And that's what you need. But, I mean, that's all there is to it. You just run your wires in here. Now, it doesn't matter which terminal it's on, because they're universal. You can put, you know, red on this side or black on that side, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter. And, you know, that's pretty much all there is to that. Now, if you'll notice over here, I wrote 6 teeth. And the reason for that is when you start grinding, your grinding rock will come down, sharpen the first teeth, or excuse me, first tooth. Then usually I'll let it come on out here before I do it. But what I'll do is, let me grab my magnet, is, all right, let's say for instance this right here was the first tooth I ground. What I'll do is I'll count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And right here at this 6th tooth is where I'll place the magnet. That'll be my cutoff point. So what'll happen is, as it comes around, it'll actually stop it up here. Because, I mean, you got this distance between the grinding rock and the limit switch, and that's where this distance right here comes into play. So say for instance, this was your starting tooth, or excuse me, this was your starting tooth, this is your finishing tooth. Well, when it'll sharpen this one, it'll come up, and just as it comes down, it'll sharpen that one, and then before it gets to your next one, that's when it'll cut it off. So that's what you want to achieve. That's your ultimate goal. So like I say, guys, I hope this helps you a little bit, and it's a whole lot cheaper than going out and trying to spend a buttload of money on this stuff, because I mean, it works super simple, and I mean, just, it doesn't take nothing to do it, and it's flawless every time. I mean, even with the motor running. See, works perfect every single time. And like I said, the only thing that you will have to work with or deal with is, you know, it'll stop the blade from moving, but it won't stop the motor from turning off. So you will have to come back and, you know, turn that off. Anyways, guys, I'm hoping this helps you. If you got any questions on anything on the wiring or any way, you know, I did anything. Now I do plan on, I've got this piece of wire loom. It's going to go on this and cover up this red wire so it can't be seen. You know, I like to doctor it up and make it look nice. But I'm hoping this helps you. If it does, you know, just click the like button. Let me know that I helped you. Anyways, fellas, y'all have a blessed day. And from Smitty, I'm out.